Be ready. Start. Gratuity payable to an employee on the termination of his employment after rendering continuous service for not less than 5 years and on superannuation or retirement or resignation, etc., being a statutory right, cannot be taken away except in accordance with the provisions of the Act, whereunder an exemption from such payment may be granted only by the appropriate government under Section 5 of the Act, which itself is a conditional power. No exemption could be granted by any government unless it is established that the employees are in receipt of gratuity or pension benefits which are more favorable than the benefits conferred under the Act. In our considered opinion, pensionary benefits or the retirement benefits, as the case may be, whether governed by a scheme or rules, may be a package consisting of payment of pension and as well as gratuity. Pensionary benefits may include payment of pension as well as gratuity. One does not exclude the other. Only in cases where the gratuity component in such pension schemes is in better terms in comparison to that of what an employee may get under the Payment of Gratuity Act, the government may grant an exemption and relieve the employer from the statutory obligation of payment of gratuity. It is not the case of the bank that at the time of superannuation of the employees there was a scheme for payment of gratuity under which the employees were entitled to payment of gratuity, and the said scheme in comparison to that of the provisions of the act was more beneficial to the workmen. On the other hand, the scheme that was prevalent at the relevant time in clear and categorical terms provided that the gratuity will not be payable in case where a pension is granted by the bank. But if a pensioned officer should die before receiving any pension payments, an aggregate sum at least equal to the gratuity which he would otherwise have received, then the bank will pay the difference between such aggregate sum and gratuity to the officer's widow, if any, otherwise to his legal representative. Be it noted that in the counter affidavit filed in the High Court, the bank placed reliance on Shastri and Desai awards, which have taken the view that Allahabad Bank, which had a pension scheme of its own, was more advantageous than the provisions of the gratuity to its employees. It is asserted that under the said awards and the subsequent settlements, an employee is entitled to receive either the benefit of pension or gratuity at his own option, but not both. The contention was that such of those employees who had voluntarily opted for pension scheme were not entitled to receive gratuity as well. The respective comparative figures under pension and stroke or gratuity in terms of Shastri stroke Desai awards and stroke or bipartite settlement on one hand and the gratuity payable under the act on the other were made available for the perusal of the court to buttress the bank's submission that what has been paid to the employees was better in terms and more favorable than the benefits conferred under the act. The submission is totally devoid of any merit for more than one reason, namely that it is for the appropriate government to form the requisite opinion that the employees were in receipt of gratuity or pensionary benefits which were more favorable than the benefits conferred under the act, and therefore the establishment must be exempted from the operation of the provisions of the act. The bank, having failed to obtain exemption from the operation of the provisions of the Act, cannot be permitted to raise this plea. No establishment can decide for itself that employees in such establishments were in receipt of gratuity or pensionary benefits not less favorable than the benefits conferred under the Act. Subsection 5 of Section 4 protects the rights of an employee to receive better terms of gratuity from its employer under any award or agreement or contract as the case may be. Admittedly, the scheme under which the employees of the bank received the pension was in lieu of gratuity. There is no question of comparing the said scheme and arrive at any conclusion that what they have received was much better in terms than the benefits conferred under the Act. Reliance upon subsection 5 of section 4 is therefore unsustainable. In the present case, the real question that arises for our consideration is whether the employees having exercised their option to avail the benefits under the pension scheme are stopped from claiming the benefit under the provisions of the Act. The applicant, being an establishment, is under the statutory obligation to pay gratuity as provided for under Section 4 of the Act, which is required to be read along with Section 14 of the Act, which says that the provisions of the Act shall have effect notwithstanding anything inconsistent therein contained in any enactment or in any instrument or contract having effect by virtue of any enactment other than this Act. The provisions of the Act prevail over all other enactments or instruments or contracts so far as the payment of gratuity is concerned. The right to receive gratuity under the provisions of the Act cannot be defeated by any instrument or contract. Thank you.